Hello everybody, and welcome back to another awesome wristwatch review. And today I'm very excited to share with you a quick review of the Seiko 5 Batman, or the SSK003, the so-called Batman version of Seiko's GMT. Now, this Seiko GMT is a real value for money watch, and it is approximately $500. And as an owner of a Rolex GMT, I was very keen to purchase this and try it out to ascertain the quality and the value proposition of this watch, and if it's worth purchasing as a daily bidder. Although it is not a true GMT, I think it represents excellent value. Now let's start off with the case. The watch's case is 42.5 millimeters in diameter, so it is rather large. It is stainless steel, and it has a large crown at the 4 o'clock position, and the crown itself is not signed, but it has a very interesting sunray pattern, which is a nice touch in my opinion. And kudos to Seiko for creating this sunburst pattern on the crown, which I think is more lovely than a simple side crown, if you ask me. And this watch, although it doesn't have a screw-in crown, it is water resistant to 100 meters, and it is 13.5 millimeters thick. So it looks a little bit thick, but not so thick that you'll notice it. And because of the case back, when you do wear the watch, it does not feel that thick on the wrist. And it has a hard lex crystal, although it's not a sapphire crystal, but for this price I think it's fine. And the bezel itself has got a hard lex insert as well, so that gives it a shiny look that mimics the look of the ceramic bezel. And the bezel itself is doubly nerved over here, as you can see, so it provides very good grip, and it provides a little bit of bling bling to the bezel that complements the Jubilee style bracelet very well. And unlike diverse watches which have clicks, the bezel is rotated via friction. And I have heard some criticism about it, so I was a little bit hesitant, but after trying out the friction fit bezel, I would say it is okay. It is alright, because the friction is pretty strong and I have no worries, no qualms about it moving. So it's a very good friction fit bezel. And of course, as a GMT, the bezel can rotate both ways, and it's done very elegantly in my opinion. Now the dial, it has applied indices with very nice shapes at the 2, 4. At these positions here, they are circular plots, and at the cross marks, there are different shapes, triangle and oval. And instead of just being painted on, they are applied metal, so it looks more elegant, more upmarket. And the hands are very broad base, very thick, sort of like a diver's watch, and they are filled with Seiko's proprietary Lumibright, which shines brightly in all situations. As you can see, the 24-hour GMT hand is in bright painted red, which complements the word GMT on the dial very well. So I feel that it's a very nice touch, well designed Seiko dial with a shimmering blue sunburst pattern for that little bit of extra bling bling, right? And of course, the crystal has got a Cyclops lens which mimics the Rolex GMT, but as you can see, it does not magnify the date that well, but what could you expect in this price range? Now let's look at the bracelet itself. Now this is an upgrade certainly from the standard Seiko 5 bracelets. As you can see, the end links are solid. It looks like a hollow end link, but the end link is actually very solidly made, very sturdy. When I try and shake it, there is absolutely zero play. Kudos to Seiko for that. Very impressive. And the links are all solid. As you can see, the center links are solid as well. So you get a very hefty feel to the bracelet. And of course, you do not expect screw-in links over here. It's just friction fitted, which is fine. And this is where the value proposition drops a little bit for the bracelet. This is a standard Seiko clasp with its tin stamped material. Now this is the only letdown for the bracelet. If the clasp could be improved, this would be a top-notch bracelet indeed. Now let's take a look at the case back. As you can see, this is a massive three-part case consisting of the front, the center case portion, which is very nicely convex shaped, double convex to the top and bottom and to the left and right, just like an oyster case. Very lovely. And it has a window exhibition case back to exhibit the 4R35 movement within. Now this particular movement over here, as you can see, it is almost completely undecorated. Let me get some light in there. Alright, it's totally undecorated except for, sorry, let me get the focus in. Alright, except for the rotor, which is printed with the Seiko 5 wording, as well as the number of jewels, and it says, yeah, basically it's a standard Seiko movement without any decoration whatsoever, but does its job well. There's 24 jewels. There's a ball-borne center weighted rotor, and it has a approximate power reserve of 41 hours, and interestingly, it is hand windable. It can be hand wound and it can be hacked, and that is a plus for those who are familiar with vintage Seiko's, which cannot be hand wound, cannot be hacked. This is a very interesting feature and a useful feature as well, and it's certainly expected for a modern Seiko such as this. Right, so all in all, let's put it on the wrist to see how it looks. As you can see, the watch does not look that thick, although it does bulge up a little bit, 13.5 millimeters, but in my humble opinion, it looks absolutely fantastic for the price. And as a bonus, I brought along my GMT from Rolex to do a side-by-side comparison. As you can see, the question you have to ask then is the Rolex 20 times better than the Seiko? Because in actual fact, the Seiko is actually only 5% of the cost of the Rolex. Excuse me for that. So the question is the Rolex 20 times better? I would say that the Rolex GMT is significantly better in execution in almost all respects, in actual fact, in every respect. It's superior to the Seiko, from the bezel to the dial to the case finishing to the tolerances. As you can see, the parts where the case meets the bracelet, the fine execution of the Rolex, the bracelet quality, the end links, especially the clasp. The Rolex is miles ahead. But the question you have to ask yourself is it 20 times better than the Seiko? Because the Seiko is only $500, whereas the GMT is $10,000. That would be a question that we have to ask and decipher for ourselves. But if you ask me, the Seiko represents extremely good value for money, and I'm absolutely enamored with it. It's a fantastic daily beater that you can wear for your travels, you can wear for your daily use, and I've absolutely no regrets about it. It's beautiful and it's fantastic. Yep. Well, I do hope you enjoyed this quick review of the Seiko 5 GMT SSK 003. As always, hope you enjoyed it, and I would be very much obliged if you could like and subscribe as well. See you soon for the next video. Ciao!